Pressure is mounting on Toronto's Catholic School Board to release a report investigating homophobic comments made by a school board trustee. These calls coming from another trustee as well as politicians here at Queen's Park as the education minister issues yet another stern warning to yet another school board that he will step in if needed.
We all could see what he did. We all could hear what he said. It's like someone going through a red light. We know what the outcome should be. This is wrong.
Paolo De Bueno has led calls to the province to investigate systemic homophobia at the Toronto Catholic District School Board after trustee Michael Del Grande's motion late last year likening LGBTQ issues to a series of offensive and criminal acts.
Bestiality, sexual relations between a human and an animal. Pedophilia or pedophilia. Hold on. Jesus loves all these people.
The TCDSB says the Board of Trustees concluded that trustee Del Grande, who later pulled his motion, did not breach the code of conduct. But complainants like De Bueno want to know how that decision was reached.
So this is a real matter of transparency. We deserve to know that the decision was made based on what was in the report. Otherwise, we are left with the thought that perhaps they decided not to decide according to what was in the report.
We asked the TCDSB why the report hasn't been made public. They responded, quote, "The investigation report into trustee Del Grande's conduct was considered at a private meeting of the Board of Trustees as permitted under the Education Act. Matters considered in a private session of the board remain in private unless the board directs otherwise."
That report, paid for by the public, should be in public.
On Wednesday at the TCDSB's next meeting, Etobicoke trustee Marcus De Domenico will be calling for the report to be released, saying it should be accessible to the complainants and the public.
We use public funds. We're a publicly funded Catholic board. We need to be transparent and open. The public gets the message when you're like that. When you have a private, closed session all the time, they think something nefarious is going on. And, I don't want that impression.
Ontario's former premier called trustee Del Grande's comments vile. Kathleen Wynne pressed Stephen Lecce to intervene and make the report public.
Ask that board to release the report so that the community can understand how and why trustee Del Grande was exonerated.
The Ministry of Education says Lecce has been clear with the TCDSB, conduct a full investigation and release the report publicly, adding that the minister doesn't have authority to remove the trustee from his position, all along maintaining his outrage.
I have spoken out unequivocally and strongly against that trustee of Toronto Catholic, saying that it was unacceptable and urging the board to commission an investigation.
Now, it's unclear at this point if even the Minister of Education or Minister Stephen Lecce themselves had the opportunity to review this report. That is a question we did ask them earlier this morning. Meanwhile, Wednesday's meeting is set to get underway at 6 p.m.